Johnny Maggot here. We're in the Hunt Kick League again. Formerly known as the Bills, now the Toronto Mounties. This is week 2, year 2. We are facing the Baltimore Ravens. Gurley's out with an injury. Quarterback is Lamar Jackson. Oh, that's gonna suck. Gotta make sure I keep a spy on the quarterback. Todd Gurley hurt. Fast fullback. A solid receiving core. Be tight end of the future. Fairly solid left side, not as solid right side on the offensive line. This is the defensive end I traded. A good D line. Von Miller scares me, but that's about it on the linebacker core. Solid corners. Very solid, strong safety. I didn't even bother to look at their kicker, but you didn't know what to expect with that. Ooh. Last game, Derrick Henry tore his shoulder, but he's only out 4 games. Coleman's out 2. Dislocated ankle. That's gonna suck being without your top running back for 6 weeks. That may open up things for Joe in the AFC North. He's the formerly known as the Browns, now the Aftershocks. He's got a tough challenge with Phil. Yeah. And my baseball chat's just going off. My real baseball. My baseball league is pretty. My online league is getting pretty pissed off at San Diego Studios for again not putting an online franchise back in the game.
This is Madden 19.
Coach, thanks. CA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Inner Harbor and M&T Bank Stadium here in Baltimore, Maryland. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Toronto Mounties and the Baltimore Ravens. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So here come the Ravens with their first look on offense. Commanding the offense will be Lamar Jackson, the electric quarterback out of the University of Louisville.
And no one can run the football like Lamar Jackson from the quarterback position. The most dynamic guy with the ball in his hands since probably Michael Vick. Got more accurate throwing the football each and
Sweet.
But how about this one? A
Blew up the
first-round pick in
outside run.
2017,
Good job,
the number
boys.
32 pick in the first round. The last guy to do that at Louisville, Teddy Bridgewater, the same exact pick when he came out. I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Keep an eye on Jackson.
Here's Jackson. It's caught. Smith. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. He got 29 yards that time.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover. The angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back.
And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways, and right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week, and we just saw their first one of this game.
Green 39. Play action. Now Jackson. He's going to go for a big play downfield.
Oh, sweet.
This is going to be intercepted.
I got there in time.
Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter,
hurt,
first drive,
so
first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Now a first carry for Latavius Murray. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one.
Why did all my formation stuff get...
At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
What the hell?
They tried to throw on 2nd down.
I don't typically do a goal line at this point of the field, but I had to check.
They'll run here. It's Murray. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is
I'm feeling it. Let's go for it.
React and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Winston sneaking it. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th.
We often hear analysts talk about a quarterback's wingspan, almost like a forward in basketball. But here's where it pays to have a long reach. They find a slight opening and able to stick the ball forward to pick up first downs.
Winston to throw it this time. Setting up the screen for Miller. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. The loss of 3 on that first down pass play, now 2nd and 13.
Ready, white 25. 55 is mine, guys, 55.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
I'm I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game, too. First down, Winston. This one complete to Devin
punches.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Jameis now going to run the option to the right. And this one goes nowhere.
I'm surprised that wasn't a fumble. Turnover. What fraction? Damn.
There, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Well, that play was over before it even got started. Thanks for nothing, huh? How about that? That sets up a very difficult 3rd down call now.
This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7.
All right, let's stop being so distracted. Hold on.
From the gun, Winston. Got his man complete over
Good thing I have 2 good receivers.
And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. His first catch, good for 14 there and a 1st down. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did. Big-time
pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone.
Ooh,
because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. It makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. On 2nd down, Winston again. Looking for White on the deep ball.
Oh, wide open.
Innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
Oh,
tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it. On 3rd down, Winston. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright. And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra.
It's still kicking too hard.
And they play a game within the game. And you know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game. But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
Let's go! 3-19! Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have a really difficult time. But now you get to sit up here with me. Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice 2nd down for them. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a first down. When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Now let's go! 3-19!
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. There's the Penn State man. It's Chris Godwin. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one goes for 24 yards.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
And before they can get settled in here, time expires on the first quarter of action. 0-0 our score. We're back to Baltimore after this.
The NFL on EA Sports is presented by Snickers. You're not you and you're hungry. Snickers satisfies.
And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10.
Alright. Let's go, guys.
Set. Green 39.
Again, Jackson. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
Boys.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack,
I'll do another
especially
sack.
against the big-bodied guys
Sack
in the
would be
middle of this
big here.
D, has got to be priority 1.
We're in field goal range with a wind at the back.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And that is incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Oh, man, I almost got that.
He got it from 58.
Damn.
Lots of leg behind it. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these
Oh,
kickers,
so
it's
close.
interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Yeah, here now the offense heading back out there and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
There we go. Better.
They begin with a run by Miller. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Now a 2nd down throw for Winston. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
All right, 3rd down.
The threat of a 2nd straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10.
Ready. Blue ready.
Winston from the gun on 3rd down. He's going to fire one deep. Oh, this is taken.
Jadon Mickens.
Complete.
There we
And
go.
able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A big gain of 38 there on 3rd down.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flipped field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Jameis now on 1st down. It's brought in by Kevin White. And he'll go down at the 28. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. Jameis again. It's grabbed over the middle by White. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Holding offense.
Umpire threw the flag. Still second down. Indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities. But always making sure no one's holding.
They'll throw again. Winston.
Ah, come on.
Intercepted. It's the 2014 NFL interception leader, Glover Quinn.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
Now let's go. Green, 39.
A first down carry for Smith. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. There to stop him was Darius Leonard.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
All right.
Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39. Green, 39.
Oh, I chose a really terrible time to start my game.
And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves them needing about 7 here on third down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
On third down, Jackson. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. A good pickup there, a 22.
I know
Damn.
The tight end maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
They go play action here on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there and gets the good defensive position, able to affect the play.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Alert, alert. Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
For this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
They keep it with Smith on first
Yes,
down.
the wrong way.
And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to Baltimore after this. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. Now Jackson on second down.
Pick it up. Oh, so many hands hit, but it should have been caught.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
Jackson.
Pick it up. It's so many hands that it should be caught.
So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And Crosby puts it through, and that will double their lead as it's up to 6. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
After the made field goal, now Crosby will do the kickoff duties. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. A look at Jameis Winston now as he gears up to lead this offense again. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. Well, let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for
All right,
him.
let's get
Did only lead
chunky
3
yards
points
here,
and
chunky
not a
yards
touchdown
there.
after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
Ready? Blue lady.
They go back to the air here after the INT
Damn.
on the last drive. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up and try to keep that momentum going.
Chunk play, come on. Oh, blocking can't hold up long enough for someone to get open. Damn.
He goes down once more. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Jameis to throw it. Over the middle.
Why run the ball when you get a first down that way?
And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion. Working out of the gun, Winston. And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Winston. He'll rifle this one deep. And that's
got there. Sweet.
35. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Ready? Blue lady.
On 1st and 10, Winston. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now.
There you go, Braxton.
A very solid gain of 27. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Here's Winston.
There we go, Braxton Miller.
And he gets into the end zone for the touchdown. Braxton Miller, his first touchdown of the new season. And his guys are an extra point away now from taking the lead.
After nearly 30 minutes of football, that touchdown puts us in a position where if they make the extra point, we're right back to even before we start the second half.
Santos
oh, that's right. I haven't changed that formation sub yet. All right, starting to organize things a little better now.
7 plays. Santos
8
out
million
now.
people
He'll
talking,
kick it
trying to get a
away.
hold of me, and
This will be taken in at
things
the
are sort of getting sorted out now.
And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this
Oh,
situation.
pick that
They
off.
decide to take a shot.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
And a stoppage here, a timeout before this third down play takes place. As they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. And we're back. The offense had a chance to talk things over. We'll see what they come up with here on this next play. Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. From the gun, Jackson. Open man has got one. It's complete. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Play fake here on 1st down. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds.
Good.
So it's incomplete. He was looking for Chris Godwin that time. That'll bring up 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
To throw again, Jackson. And he comes back with one complete.
Ah, crap. You gave him enough time to get out of bounds.
That sets him up for 3rd down.
Kick a field goal. Shoot.
On now is Mason Crosby, who's hit from as far as 58 in his career. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. And I don't think this has
that one shanked. Sweet.
It's no good. So a very tight and abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3.
All right, it's time to start going nuts scoring, guys. Let's go.
Resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
See what I got here.
Get that ball, D. Let's get that ball. Green, triple C. Switch. Sonic. Let's go.
Winston now to throw on 1st down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit.
I'm glad they considered that a pass.
A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides.
Of course.
The tension continues to build.
They run around the guy that's trying to hit the guy that has catching the ball. That's great. All right.
A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were
Nah,
seeing
someone
it at
should have
the
blocked
same
for him.
time, maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. That goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
Then we got to give a little tip of the cap for the defense there. Zone coverage, locked it in tight, made it really difficult because they tried the crossing route against it, and it worked for a completion, but you have to know where the sticks are on 3rd down. Didn't get
Good
beyond
cover.
that. No pickup.
So just a 3-yard return following a punt of 45. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out if that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%.
Now let's go!
A handoff to Smith, and an alley to run. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Again, it's Smith. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Well, they damn, they got on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Jackson now. On the move to his left. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6.
That's what I was afraid of.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable second and short.
Now let's go! 3-19!
And now Jackson will look to throw it. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down.
Holding offense.
Yes. That's complete.
Holding offense.
So that one a hold.
Still first down.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. To throw is Jackson. Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
They go back to the ground now with Smith, and only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
J.J. Watt makes another tackle there, and it's for a minimal gain. And let's face it, if that's all you're going to get running the ball, you're not got much success against him and his team.
Or, yeah, you better find a way to go around J.J. Watt, which isn't easy to do.
It's really not, because you got to try everything. Can you go around him? Can you go by him? Can you influence him to get him out of position so maybe you can wall him off? He's a really sharp, intelligent player, as well as a physical specimen.
Alright, held him at 3.
Just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard
Now
line.
we're the safe man, just in case they go for it.
It leaves him just short for 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play, because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
All 9 points for him coming via the field goal, and this last one puts him out in front.
All the field goals are great, but you know I'm going to get pessimistic here, right? Because you've got to score touchdowns to win games in the NFL. I just wonder if all these field goals, great now, or if they'll come back and haunt them later on.
These field goals will come back and haunt them. We'll come back.
Jameis Winston and company heading back onto the field now. How do you think he personally is evaluating his game so far? He was pretty good in the first half.
A little bit better than I had been.
Here in the third quarter. He's got to like it, right?
Not looking for the dramatics here. Not trying to set the world on fire in terms of stats. It's almost like you're driving. Hands at 10 and 2. Alert for anything out there.
Get there.
Watching for trouble up.
Yes.
He's got a man complete. And
nice play, though.
A great spot way down in Baltimore territory. And what a big-time play there. 65 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described.
There we go.
For a touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And his guys are able to strike for 6. Well, that was a quick hitter drive. They had the huge play to get him down near the goal line, and then they run it in. I don't know that the defense ever had a chance to catch their breath.
A lot of the time now when we see people hit big plays, and each team defines a big play their own way, 10, 15-yard gains. In this case, it was a huge gain. They often want to hurry up and go right away. Keep the momentum going, hit them again, and I think we just saw that there. The second play resulted in...
There we go.
And that is caught for the 2 points. He hits the big
now
target
it's a
for the
6-point game.
Try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide
5 points is going to do me a whole lot.
Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Or are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
Then he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard
Took a 6-point lead. Should they score a touchdown, we block the extra point with the tie game.
And the Cowboys, they moved out in front. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL.
Oh, that's on me.
Contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against?
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
Damn. That's all my fault, too.
Yeah, he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball
Still
was
first down.
snapped.
Usually it's not my fault, but that time it was.
Big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
Here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Keep the blitz.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Sanders has it over the middle. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. And this hasn't been the typical game, no doubt, for Emmanuel Sanders. They've really limited him.
He's one of those players that provides a real spark when he gets going. And when he does it, it's felt by the rest of the team, and they're feeling it in this one because right now they're trailing.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Bringing him down there, Jonathan Allen.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Yeah, baby. Yeah. Now let's go. 3-19.
On second down, Jackson.
Nice pick.
Fires one that's
Roby
intercepted.
Coleman.
Picked up by Nikel Roby-Coleman.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where is he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Gonna give this time to the tailback.
Almost holding there.
And some room to work. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets them a new set of downs.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game.
Winston. And it's caught.
Well, we got Perkins
Touchdown.
there.
Joshua Perkins, his
Yeah.
first touchdown of the new season. And that interception key as it leads to the
That's a true
touchdown.
tight end right there.
And man, Charles, talk about zinging something in there. Those gloves, they help with one-handed catches, the fun stuff. Any padding?
All right, 12-point game right now.
One would think so,
We'll go for
but
2
I'll
again.
guarantee you this, after that throw, his hands will hurt later. Not right now in the moment. He's just feeling good about catching it.
Yeah, a little stinger, but it
Oh,
will
damn.
be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will
You can
get
tell
the
it's a pick on the stats, but it sucks.
It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 27. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he's got his tight end. This is Luke Wilson. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. It's the Ravens with possession of the football, but trailing on the big board as we get set for the 4th. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle.
Damn.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The Raven passing game getting in sync. Another first down.
This is the time of the game
I'm not
where
worried
they're
about this
down
game
a couple
anymore.
scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? Jackson on first down. That's taken in, complete to Reynolds. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Jackson. Throw right side, taken in by Godwin. 90 yards receiving now for him in the ball game. It's a 1st down. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Dancing to his left.
Come on.
And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game.
Really got a hand in there.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
It's always a battle.
Yes, sir, or whatever his name is. He was my number 5 corner. I made him my starting strong safety. I made my strong safety slippery into middle linebacker.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6.
Need another one of them.
Only a couple yards there, and that's going to set up a long 3rd and goal.
And Cyprian was getting slow,
I
so
think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here brings up 3rd.
I learned him out of the secondary.
Put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick.
Doesn't look like he's making regret that decision right there.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one.
Not making regret the decision at all.
The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal.
Now let's go. Blue 90.
Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. And
Nice.
this is going to be
There we go.
intercepted.
Nice pick, Apke.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
They'll start on the ground with Breida. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. Oh, look at the juke. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
I expect Grant to block, so moving the other side of the field to see if it was zone.
But you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
This offense so far on third down, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation. Here's Breida. And he's going to be stopped up at the 47-yard line. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old
he dropped it.
Oh, possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. And I am not sure, partner, there what the mindset was to go for it. I don't know.
It's funny.
Some teams just feel that possession is the key to everything. They just want to have
one of these guys was just talking about what's the mind. Go for it.
They just don't trust doing that. So they say,
yeah,
go for it and try and finish
what's the mindset? Oh
He'll
man.
take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. A gain of 6 there on first.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Now Jackson on 2nd down.
Nice play.
Is incomplete.
Nikhil, Roby, Coleman.
We have not seen a whole lot of wide open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've got a check on the scoreboard. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
Set! Green, 39!
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. It's caught by Sanders. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
No huddle,
Ravens moving quickly
as
here
expected.
as the clock runs. Jackson will throw again. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. To throw again is Jackson. He's going to let it fly. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Here we go now. Blue landing.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And that is
he dropped it.
They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that.
They're down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
4 down, 4 down. Check. 4 down, 4 down.
Let's get Green out of there.
No.
A handoff to Breida to begin the drive. Oh, good move. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40.
Good chunk of yards there.
The defense going to call a timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. They run again with Breida.
And someone got caught holding.
Pushing through the
What a bounce.
contact. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
Holding offense.
That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block it'd be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
Ready. Flag 22.
Let's just screw with them. Play action.
Winston here to throw. On the crossing route, complete.
There we go.
Richardson. And now the Ravens are going to take another timeout as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now it's Breida. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie up to make the tackle. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either.
Because I want to get some yards of Breida because,
we've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that
might be the only
extra play
opportunity.
in, and it can backfire on them.
And he gets it to the 32, good enough for a 1st down.
Yeah, game over. I don't want to risk hurting Breida.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
All right. All right, that's the game. Thank you for watching. And we'll see you again next time I play a game in this league. Or when I start that new series.
A road win in the National Football League.
With the NHL.
You never take that for granted, no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you prime the pump all week.
And I will not be on tonight.
No one thinks we can do this.
If I am, it'll be someone else's stream or broadcast.
Band together and get it done.
Have a good one. Peace.
So for our visitors...